Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end. We'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into the topic. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard.
you see it.
Yeah. We on the pod. What's a king to a god?
Yes, sir.
Slobs trying to mess with the squad.
Mm.
Man. Come on, man. Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Are y'all hearing an echo? Are you hearing an echo from me?
Yeah,
Nope. You do?
I do.
Is it me or you?
I know. I think it's me.
Oh, there you go.
I don't hear an echo.
No, we good.
Now it's done. You got it.
I figured it out. I still kind of hear. I'm freaking out. Whatever. We in it, man. How y'all doing, man? How's everybody doing?
Doing great, man. I feel like I've been gone for like a year.
Yeah.
Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
And you come back fresh with the shirt on. You know.
All that baseball stuff, getting tattoos and baseball and all that, you know.
Yeah, man. Baseball season kicked off, man. So I stayed busy during the week. So
Yeah.
but we off to a 2-0 start, so I can't complain.
Shout out to AO. It's here on time. Don't know which part of my mix is up with that. We know which one.
Yeah.
You know,
Michael Walker, Stick Raw, Drip 305, Dante. What's good, man? How's everybody doing?
Shout out to Prod. Shout out to Pack. Shout out to Tony Toga. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a lot to talk about today, fellas. We got a lot to talk about, man. But let's start it as we always do. Poke, how you doing, man? Everything good with you?
Doing good, my brothers. Like I said, baseball season's kicked off. My high school teams, we start off 2-0, so we got off to a good start. A couple games next week. Canes baseball, though, starting off hot, real hot.
Was it like
3-0 sweep the weekend? I think it was like they score
34
to 3 over the whole weekend. So they're definitely putting bat to ball, stroking it all over the park. So pitching's looking good so far, but off to a good start.
Nice.
I mean, compared to last year with Canes baseball, they'd face competition at this level and would squeak out wins by like 2-3 runs. So they took care of business, did what they were supposed to do against a team like Niagara. So
good.
Definitely a lot of upside there.
Nice.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Almost an entirely brand new team too, by the way. We lost a ton to the portal after last year, guys going to the draft. Brought in a whole bunch. Well, you know, they increased the scholarship limit now, so that also helps bringing in guys. So so far so good.
Any transfers in baseball? Like, is the transfer portal jumping like football and baseball?
It does. We brought in a ton.
Yeah.
I don't know like what the windows are. I don't remember what the windows are for baseball, if it's any different, but I think it might be more of like during the summer, to be honest with you. But yeah, it same type of situation.
Nice.
Okay. Joey, how you doing, man? How's everything? How's the weekend been? What you been up to?
You know, man, laying low, 3-day weekend for most, you know, so chilling, treating today like a Saturday, you know what I mean? Because everybody's off tomorrow. Everybody going to be home. So, you know, yeah, man, I think I'm about to buy my Notre Dame plane ticket too now, man. I was looking and I think it's about that time.
About time to pull the trigger.
To get going, you know what I mean? Because you know, my son, I haven't gotten his schedule yet, so I have to move some things around, I'm sure. But Notre Dame is definitely a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a must. That's a must for sure.
Yeah,
man. You know, not much going on in the world of the Canes.
Yeah, what's going on with you though? Don't skip the question.
Right?
Answer your own question, champ.
You just
my
sidestep that one.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge the ball, son. You dodge a wrench, you can dodge the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, my weekend was cool, man. Just filled in with a Dalton. Finally got a new dryer. Shout out to the older gentleman that finally helped me out hook that up because I was not gonna wait a month. So yeah, this adulting. This adulting shit is wild, man. But yeah, the weekend was good. Just kind of kick back, relax. Cold front coming into Florida now. A little weather report for you heard because it's about to drop.
It already started raining here.
Yeah. It rained for us like an hour ago, and right after that, as soon as it went away, it dropped like 15 degrees. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But yeah, man, everything good. Next 2 weeks is supposed to be a little chilly, so we good over here though, man.
Yeah. When that happens, when it's a little chilly down there, that means it's quite nippy up here. You know what I mean? So
quite nippy.
We're about to get it. So Wednesday, we're in the 30s, lows in the 20s, and then in the teens on the Thursday. And then it gets back up though the following week. So, but yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's a wrap for us.
Snow days. Bump that.
We'll get just enough cold days to get everybody sick again. Is all that's going to do.
Yeah, man.
That's all that's going to do.
That's the Florida ratio right there. Get 75% of the state sick, and we good over here. It's crazy. But yeah, man, not much going on in the world of Canes. Just a couple news here and there. We're about to get into all of it. But first, let's start it off with the right way, man. We got a new defensive backs coach, man.
Hey!
Yes, sir.
Let me get this.
Yes, sir.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
We in it now. All right, man. Joy, let's start with you. How you feeling about Coach Will Harris coming over from that team in Gainesville, man?
Yeah, man. People are gonna try to downplay it, up there.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the best coaches they had, man, on that side of the ball. Helped, and I believe was he the DB coach or just the safeties coach? I feel like he was the DB coach.
He was the secondary coach.
Secondary coach, right?
That's what it says.
Yeah.
So probably involved both, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yes. So I believe the year prior to him arriving, the Florida defense had about 3 or 4 picks. And last year, I think they had like 13 or 14, something crazy like that. So that's a good sign. On the recruiting trail, you already know what that is, man. They signed a lot of people, whether it was NIL or him, but all the pundits and the young athletes talk about how great of a guy Will Harris is, man. So, of course, man, on paper, everything looks beautiful. Everything looks beautiful, brother. I can't complain about anything on paper. I have one question, but everything else on paper looks fantastic, man. So, I'm happy with it. Ready to rock.
Yeah, man.
Well, just the recruiting implications alone, I think, is well worth it. I mean, as far as the coaching side goes, that's probably going to come and that's probably going to happen. But from the recruiting standpoint, I mean, you can't. I don't know how much better you can get as far as a DB recruiter. So, I mean, you're seeing that in guys that are already committed and stuff they're sending out on socials and everything. So, if that's any indication, then
got Ben Hanks, even though he was a legacy, but Hilton Drake Stubbs flipped at the last moment. Dallas Wilson, he got that done. Yeah, man. So heavy hitters, maybe on the board. Who knows? We already had one decommit, but
we don't know. We don't know nothing.
We don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about nothing. We don't know nothing about. No, yo no sé nada. I will speak Spanish real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna buckle in real quick. Oh.
Yeah, just strap in. You
can seatbelt, like
seatbelt.
Seatbelt won't buckle up. You know what I mean?
Seatbelt first. I'm saying buckle up, man.
Yeah.
All right. So quick backstory. He was a Florida secondary coach last year before that, 2023. He was the Chargers assistant secondary coach. He coached at Georgia Southern, Washington, San Jose State, Dixie College, Humboldt State, Northwestern, Oklahoma State. He's been a coach for going on. This is his 13th year as a coach, all defensive backs and secondary. Yeah. Obviously, a big time hire. Look, man. Here's what I liked about it. Go in a different little space real quick. Here's what I liked about it. You realize as a coach that he took two of the guys you really wanted in Ben Hanks and Hilton Drake Stubbs, and you go, okay, now we're gonna bring you over here. Yeah, you out recruited me. You know what I'm saying? You outshined me at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and bring you down over here, pay you what I need to pay you, and know you're appreciated down here because your work speaks for itself. And now we need you to keep shining. Then take it as a slight goes, you got me on that one, but come on down here and let me show you how it's done. Yeah. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, the recruiting impact, we'll get into it in a minute. Poke already alluded to it, but it's big time, man. The relationship building that he does is, you know what I'm saying, on par. Look, to flip and keep a Ben Hanks when we were full core pressure on him, to flip a Hilton Drake Stubbs the way he did is, you know what I'm saying, nothing to sneeze at. You can't just be like, oh no, that's cool. Nah, fam. Your best coach was there. And we'll get into a little bit. There was a coach he didn't mention in his goodbye letter that we will be reading. You know what I'm saying? That why I appreciated it, because I'm a fan. As y'all know, if you listen to the pod, I'm a fan of Petty. I'm a real big fan of it.
He is.
I absolutely love it.
Middle name might be Petty.
He's definitely
it might be. Yeah. I'm real Richard Petty out here. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it's not a game. So yeah, man, let's get into this next one. You know what I'm saying? Let's break it down. The recruiting impact of Coach Will Harris. What y'all thinking about it, Pope? You already alluded to it. Let's dive deep, man. Let's go.
No, I think with the class Florida pulled in this past season, especially receivers secondary, they pulled in a pretty sizable class, some top tier recruits, and I think a lot of that credit goes to Will Harris. But coming to Miami and actually being down here around those guys all the time, and as much praise as those players give him, I think that's just going to speak volumes to, not only the 26 class that's coming in, but we still got a spring window for the portal coming up. So you never know what's going to happen with some of those other guys. I mean, I'm not saying that anything is going to happen, but that is a definite possibility. The impact that he's had on bringing guys in. So that for sure.
Hold on. Yeah. You hear this evil laugh happening, Ray?
What's happening?
Yeah.
He's got a new mic, don't know how to act. Was that evil laugh there, Joey? It picks up everything now, Joey.
Man.
Somebody give Joey a little furry cat so he can just
$1
million.
Yeah, Polk said it, man. That spring window coming up, man. Some people may not like where they're at, and some people in our room may not like where they're at, or what kind of playing time they've received thus far, or those conversations may be had, and there may be some swaps that go on. But definitely moving forward in the 26 class, there are a lot of guys on the fence, right? You got Aiden Pouncey. Rocky talked about it.
Yep.
You got Justice Fitzpatrick. He's that's big time. There's a couple of guys in that class that, Miami and Florida recruit the same type of athlete for the most part.
Okay.
So Coach Harris can definitely be that guy to bring in, some studs, man. So I think it's going to be huge. And he's a West Coast guy. Like he already established relationships in Florida, but he's from Cali, so he's been on that side.
Yeah, played ball at USC, right?
Yeah, and that's inroads, man. That's inroads out there, and that's what I think people are not talking about. Even with Coach Lewis, he's from Texas, man. Played high school in Texas. You know, probably a Texas legend out there. You know, so getting
this
into
chess,
Texas,
not checkers, son. This
yeah,
chess.
yeah. Texas is hard. Recruiting Texas is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very hard.
So, but they got ballers out there. So, you know, yeah, impact gonna be crazy.
Yeah, these last two hires I've been a real big fan of. Me, obviously, you know what I'm saying, getting a former alum that's really cut his teeth with Clint Hurt and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying, and Coach D. Lou. But this one, man, taking Will Harris from Florida is big time, man. This is like they want to act like they were. Well, actually, it was the defensive coordinator that helped the second. Oh, okay, because that's who was outside. Come on, fam. Like let's
spin it how you want.
Yeah, spin it how you want, but don't
whatever makes you feel better and sleep better at night.
Yeah, don't be out here lying, bro. Like, man, like we knew coaches were gonna leave, and we tell you all the time. Assistant coaches leave all the time, all the time, man. So the impact, look, you already saw it. You know what I'm saying? Seatbelt decommitted from Florida today. Dropped the graphic. You know what I'm saying? He's coming on his official visit. We don't know nothing about nothing. We don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I mean? But strap in, fam. It's gonna be fun. This is what I love about this recruiting with Coach Cristobal. This recruitment shit is all off season. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see other decommitments. This is a big time hire, man. And again, like I'll go back to what I said earlier. Man, the fact that he out recruited Cristobal on these two players, maybe a third, and he brought him and he's like, yo, keep that work coming over here. We appreciate you. It's big time, bro. It's big time. It shows a humility, and it shows that Cristobal wants killers at all positions, even if they, you know what I'm saying, in previous times they might not have got it along with other people. You know what I mean? He goes, yo, recruit and work. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. That's what matters. And that's big, man. That's big. Yeah, man. How y'all feeling?
Coach just said, it's like, okay, so I didn't get these recruits to come here, but let me go get the guys that got your recruits and bring him over here. And now see what happens.
Exactly. How y'all feel about, man? How y'all feel about Coach Harris coming down to the U, man? You know what I'm saying? Before we get into his
and I think this is a good time, man. Like, you know, before when we had the all-star staff when Coach Cristobal first got here, right?
Yep.
Coach Steele, Coach Strong.
Yep.
You know, we had an all-star. We thought we had an all-star staff, and I think
Broyles
we did.
Award winner.
Yeah, I think we did on the defensive side. But it just wasn't the right time, right? You didn't instill the culture yet at that point. So you was just putting people together. But now it feels like that piece of it is here. The culture is built. Now you're bringing in the teachers on that side and hopefully the developers on that side. Hopefully.
The teachers.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, all on paper right now. That's all we're talking about. We're not, you know what I'm saying, boosting nobody up. Give shout out to Cafecito. He's, you know what I'm saying, he's on today for Flow. Dante Colon asked a good question before we get into the rest of the stuff. Miami needs a replacement for the loss of Riley Williams. Elijah Lofton isn't a replacement, completely different chess piece. Also looking forward to Bain and embracing his Ed Oliver, Aaron Donald path. All right, Dante, I'm gonna go with this one. I agree with you.
Shot.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, fam. Like, there's killers. Here's the difference of, like, Elijah Lofton is a Swiss Army knife. He's gonna give you so many other things capable to do on that offense if Coach Dawson uses him. He's not a direct piece, but Riley Williams needed to go. He saw the writing on the wall. He goes, oh, okay. Like, I need to go, you know what I'm saying? He needed to do what's best for him in his career. Wish him all the best at Oregon State, I think, is where he's at now. But that's a big, Elijah Lofton ain't nothing to seize that. Brock Schott ain't nothing to seize that. We have, Rocky said that Alex Bowman is going to replace moments like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a huge loss the way you think it is, because I just think Elijah Lofton is one of them dudes, bro. Like, we saw it, man. We saw it. Like, we've seen versions of him in the past, but we haven't had him in a player like him in a really long time. What y'all think?
Yeah, same thing, man. Like we have, and listen, Riley Williams had some moments, but we really didn't see, what he was fully capable of. And he wanted to go back to the West Coast, man. He's from the West Coast. He wanted to go back home. Definitely Brock Schott has a chance to be that and more. And then Alex Bowman from Tulane, right? He's in that mold as well.
Tight end's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, with a lot of snaps, a lot of experience. So I think we're good there.
I mean, look, we thought we were good with when we had Brevin Jordan, but Elijah Lofton is Brevin Jordan plus more. Like he's better, much better. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
No, I'm not worried about that at all. I'm not worried about it at all. What we think? So yeah, pettiness. All right, let's get into this Will Harris breakup letter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
cue the
what
music.
It is. Let's cue the music. Somebody put that. If y'all know 112-year letter, you know what I'm saying? Put that out there. Let me pull it up. Hold on, share screen. Will Harris first and foremost. I'm gonna do this right here. Let me make sure I make this. Yeah, everybody good? Bam. All right. How do I make this bigger? Anybody know? No? All right. So it says, if you're listening, first and foremost, I would like to thank Billy Napier and Scott Strickland for giving me the opportunity to coach at the University of Billy. As they say, the ones that bleed together are brothers. We went through the trenches last year and we pulled out one hell of a finish. With that being said, I understand that business is business. You're damn right it is. And you have to do what you have to do what you believe is best for the University of Florida football program. I appreciate you. Mr. Strickland, I appreciate you always providing an open door policy and your transparency and willingness to listen. I'll definitely miss our good convos. Gator Nation, love me or hate me. I love that. Just, I'm saying, bars I dropped in here. I understand. Either way, it was one cool last season. Again, business is business. Is that a chess piece right there? Is that what that?
It is.
That emoji?
It is.
Okay, just checking. Those of you, some people listen to my guys. Love is an understatement. Nothing can break our bonds. When you stack bricks together, they can never be knocked down. All in all, you all must know I am excited and blessed to step forward into this next opportunity. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go first on this one. This, you know why I love this? Because he goes, "Yo, Billy, I see how you were moving. This is my breakdown. I'm not saying this is what he said. I haven't spoken to him. But this is my perspective. Before anybody goes, he goes, Billy, I see how you were moving, and he thought you were big shit with your whispering talk and your spray painted hairline. I see how you do. I'm gonna go ahead and go somewhere where I'm appreciated. What I say? Did I say something? I'm saying I'm gonna go somewhere where I'm appreciated. They recognize the work and not try to take credit for my work. That's why it's a chess piece move. He goes, yo, I'm gonna go somewhere where they know I'm gonna recruit like a motherfucker and not try to take credit for it. So appreciate y'all. Love me or hate me, I'm gonna keep working and I'm gonna keep being me. That's Coach Will Harris, and I love it. And so people were like, "Oh, I wish he wouldn't have said it." Went back and forth with one of our listeners. I was like, "Nah, sometimes you gotta let them know you're gonna be outside. Sometimes you can't always stay quiet. You can't always be a real G move. Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, I'm gonna show you because we're gonna play you in a couple weeks, and I'm gonna show you why you made a mistake."
Did he mention his defensive coordinator?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Only Billy Napes and Scott Strickland. Yeah, and Ron Rivers, right, which is the new DC over there. So yeah,
since last season, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what's y'all take? I could go further, but you know what I'm saying, it's something you don't want to do. So Joey, how you feel about it?
Man, it's whatever. He's here now. All that is cute. It's cool.
I respect it.
I mean, you know what I mean? He said what he needed to say. He had to get something off his chest. He wasn't disrespectful at all.
Nope.
He handled it like a man. And whatever happened over there, I'm sure, when we play them, it's gonna be taken personally. I'm sure it'll come out at that time. It'll be taken personally at that time. So
I love how it'll start before we go to. It'll be like little whispers, and then you'll get the story from Andy Staples. You know what I mean? Shout out to Andy Staples, the glazologist over there. It was like actually, Will Harris wasn't really liked in the locker room. He had a lot of issues with Coach Ron. Y'all could quote me. Y'all could clip me right here. I guarantee you an article come out just like some stupid ass article just like that. This is what they do. You know what I mean? Like
he wasn't getting along with the rest of the staff, and he didn't see eye to eye with some of the players, and so they had to let him go. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's a really good Andy Staples. Shout out to Poke. I like that. Poke, how you feel? What you thinking, man? What you thinking about it?
Yup.
Yeah. Facts. Yep. Facts. No, facts. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah. Same thing.
You could sense the pettiness in between every single line of that departure letter.
Man, I've never seen a coach write a decommitment letter. I've never.
All he needed was the respect my decision at the end.
I wish he would have just hashtag
no interviews or questions.
No contact tag. I already know where I'm going.
Yeah.
By the way, these things are freaking hot as hell. I'm sweating over here.
Oh shit! It's about to have a break.
Yeah,
he got him. Yeah. He got
stupid.
You.
It says stupid.
What? Pork King God? What does that say?
Pork King God. Good. Pork King good. Yeah.
Pork King good.
Stupid hot pork rinds.
What? Pork King good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic, yo. Oh man, yeah. But
you had to get those from Buc-ee's or something, man.
No, man. My wife got them actually. Sorry. That came in like a big variety pack. They had some pizza ones. Those things were legit.
Okay.
All right, as Poke eats and tries to get his sweat together, let's get into this Caneswear ad and we'll be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Caneswear. Shout out to Caneswear, man.
Can't wait to get back down there, man, and walk up there. It's just a vibe in there, man. I can't wait, man.
Love that.
Wait. I miss those guys.
It's always like visiting family, man. It's just you walking right in. Hey, Ben, how you doing, man? You need anything? Like, hey, man, calm down. I'm gonna spend $200 in here regardless.
Easily.
That's not just welcome me in immediately going that way. All right, let's see what we got in the comments, man. Dante Colon says Will Harris got his Amazon Prime one-day delivery package, changed into Canes gear, went right back to campus, started floor routines. He was
absolutely
he was not playing around, man. I love it. I love it, yo. I love a decommitment letter from a coach. That shows a lot. Like you know what I'm saying? That's moved on. We move on from it this second, but that shows that there were, and you'll get the glazologist because the trajectory. People in year 3, they finally went over 500, and all of a sudden they balling. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. All right. So we're a couple weeks, 2 weeks away from spring kicking off. What, March 3rd, right? Couple weeks away. And the question is the staff complete? Are we done? Joe,
it looks to be that way. I think there'll probably be some, analysts, people in the background that we hear little about. People are talking about a special teams coach. You know what I do hope? I hope Coach Cristobal coaches special teams. Like, get Big Dog on it, man. You know what I mean? Get Big Dog on it. Because if I'm not mistaken, I feel like Coach Saban coached special teams. That's a very important unit, man. Like, special teams is a very important unit. You can't every unit is important, but special teams have to be official, and you can't have what you've had the last couple of years, man. You can't have that.
No, I mean, a lot can ride or die in a game from special teams.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I wouldn't be mad if Coach Mirabal got the O-line. Like the O-line is handled.
Yep.
You know, and that unit has been stellar, you know, for a while. So wherever they go, that unit is stellar.
Yep.
I think Coach Cristobal should take over special teams, man. In my opinion.
That's actually a really good take. Poke,
that's not a bad idea at all, because you know it's going to be handled if he's the one overseeing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I equate special teams in football as I do to like a bunt defense in baseball, or the short game in baseball, bunting, moving guys over. If your defense doesn't know how to field a bunt and make the right play, things can go off the rails quick. Same can happen in special teams in football. I mean, we saw it in I forget what game it was. Just did not cover, and who was it that ran one back on us?
But Louisville. Didn't Louisville run one back?
Yeah, we had just taken a lead, didn't we? And then we can't cover a kickoff, and they run one back.
Right back.
Yeah, so
right back. Yeah,
the game can swing the other way real quick.
Momentum,
Wake Forest. Didn't Wake run one? Duke.
Somebody in the chat's got to know. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember
it was a home game. It was a home game, though. I remember that. It was a home game one too.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been Wake right before the half, because we was playing with Wake for a minute, and then we finally took off. But yeah,
same thing with Duke too. We played with our food quite a bit last year, quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so special teams. Yeah, actually, Joe, that's a
good question. Somebody asked who we think should be returning.
Yeah, I was about to pull it up.
Okay.
A50 Kane Dre says, who y'all got on return is Ray, Lyles, Carr. You want I'm all good. I don't want.
Out of those three, I would say Carr, but I would love to see Malachi Tony back there.
Willie Humphrey.
Yeah, I think for punting and kickoffs are two different people you need back there. Like punting, you need somebody sure-handed back there. I prefer a receiver back there.
Kickoffs, you can put a running back. I mean, we saw it with CJ last year. So
I think at punt, I wouldn't be mad with Malley back there. I wouldn't be mad with Nye Carr back there either. Kickoff,
Willie Humphrey.
Yeah. Hellcat, Pringle. I would like to see Pringle too, man. I think Pringle might be all right back there.
See, this is where I wish we would have been able to land Branch, because that was problem solved immediately.
Yeah. Facts. He's the one. You put him back there and him only, and then you just block.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Notice none of us said the other name he said. So are we all ready to?
Oh, nah, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
Hopefully this spring, we could see something, and he'll have more opportunities, I think. So yeah.
Well,
we're talking about Ray if anybody's asking.
Maybe somebody flips that light switch for him, and the light bulb finally turns on.
And then we're
things get put together. If that's the case, go for it.
Yeah. Hall of Kane says, first of all, great name. That's a great take, Joe. Plus, it's backups. That play on special teams. Having had the head coach to do special teams keeps them engaged. Yeah,
another good.
I think that's something too, Hall of Kane. I don't think backups need to be on. Not all backups. On kickoff. Listen, man.
Sean Taylor used to be.
I don't think you need all backups on kickoff, man. Whoever can get that, Kellen Wiley need to be on kickoff. Bobby Pruitt need to be on kickoff. Man, all the safeties in that room. Markeith. Man, head hunters only on that kickoff.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Juan Manuel says Fitzgerald is tailor made for punt returns. Bryce,
we'll see. We'll see Bryce. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see something out there, man.
I mean, everybody that did that in high school ain't doing it like that in college. Like we really have to see, because in high school, most of these guys are the best athletes on their team or whatever.
The best of the best of the best.
Yeah, so When they get in high school, though, when they get in college, yeek.
Things can change quick. You're not playing against 9th and 10th graders anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Or bench players either. So
I did ask earlier, and I don't think I brought this in the previous conversation about topics. How y'all feel about going? Like I said, we're 2 weeks away from spring. How do you guys feel about this staff as presently constructed? Obviously, just on paper. You know what I'm saying? We can't get into particulars of all that. Poke, how you feeling about it, man?
About what? I was reading one of these comments.
The staff, well, basically just defense, right? Because the whole offense stayed.
Oh no,
I think hires.
Yeah, I think he addressed every issue that we were all concerned with. To be honest, I mean everything that I think everybody was concerned with going into the offseason is like, what's going to happen with this defensive staff? And I think almost completely cleans house and brings in guys that he knows can get jobs done. I mean, that's what we hope for right now, right? Like you said, on paper, it looks like guys that have done it, and you just hope that it continues to go upwards, take the next step.
Thanks. Joey, what about you, man?
Yeah, I'm in wait and see on the defensive staff, man. He definitely did what he did, Coach Cristobal, but I look at it differently, man. Like, I understand why the last DC had to be let go. I do understand, but I'm logically thinking, like, it feels like to me that if the defense is not doing what the defense is supposed to do, right? I feel like the head coach at some point, like, takes over at some point. Like, did that ever happen? Do we know if that happened? Do we know that didn't happen? If you manage something, like if you manage a team, you manage a baseball team, Pope, you're the manager of the baseball team, and the infield is terrible in the field. They don't field. They're loafing to balls and everything. You're gonna take over. There's an infields coach, right? For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah. You're gonna take over if you see that. If you see it's not done right, you're gonna be like, all right, it's time to take over. We're gonna see blah blah blah. So I feel like if this staff that's put together, defensive staff on paper, doesn't get it done this season, what happens? Like, I need to see it. I'm just tired of I need to see it come to fruition. I need to
tired of the potential. Yeah.
I need to see it. That's all. I just need to see it. Like, it's great on paper. It's great. No doubt. I have no questions on paper. The DC, I'm definitely in a wait and see. I'm not as confident as a lot of people, I guess, but I just need to see that. But everybody else, man, yeah, it's a great staff. Great staff on paper.
I mean, look, I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying is, like, the defense was so bad. I'm hopeful. Like, I want this staff to work out, and he addressed everything he needed to address. Right, only retained one coach from last year, which was JT. Right, everybody else is gone. Whole new defensive staff on that side.
And that's it. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you changed everybody around. I know. You changed everything as much as you could around, and you just kind of hope it works. And you do, right? You just, that's all you can do is hope it works. Because right now we don't know. We don't know how the players are going to get along with the coaches. We don't know what coaches, you know what I'm saying, with all these changes in position coaches, they have relationships with players. Those players might want to come when they hit the spring portal. So then there could be some more turnover. So even with the spring ideas that we think it might be, there might be, you know what I'm saying, roster turnover then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like, oh, we brought in all these guys. We're like, yeah, but those were a different coaches, guys that they wanted to bring in. Like, do you force the hand of, like, oh, that's not my kind of corner, you know what I mean, as a Will Harris or as a King? Like, what do you do then? Like, do you bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, were they consulted before? Like, how long have these, just questions I have. Like, how long has this Will Harris hire been going? Because, like, it's when we knew, but I'm sure Coach Cristobal way before, you know what I'm saying, had already made connections and had conversations. So
Yeah. Well, Coach, I got Flo, man. Salute to Flo if you're in here, if you're not, whatever. Flo alluded to the fact that someone else was the hire and that fell through. Mm-hmm. So, Coach Harris was pivoted to, you know what I mean? So I think they had another name in mind, but yeah.
Hey, Mo, right on time as usual. Appreciate you showing up.
That's a good question, Dante. Pull up Dante Cologne's question, man.
Simple question. This one?
Simple question. Yeah, simple question for all three of you. Do y'all think Coach Cristobal knows enough to step in on a DC? If so, why didn't he?
Now, okay. Yeah. Do you mean like step in and take over the defense? Because I don't think he would do that. I think he should step in and then pull somebody up to take over the defense.
Yeah, see that's where that's where, as a football coach, I don't care what your specialty is, right? So we know Coach Cristobal's specialty is offensive line, just like whoever do that Ole Miss is the offensive coordinator, whatever. But you know enough football to know that you have to maintain outside, you have to stop people getting from outside, getting outside. You have to come down and tackle. You have to enough about football to get in that room and be like, all right, we're gonna do something different or whatever. No, I don't think he was gonna take over the defense. Absolutely not. Like Polk said, he's not gonna take over the defense, but I think he's the head coach. He's been in this game for a long time. He's been under some prominent coaches. He's learned from some prominent coaches. And I think he knows enough to make the necessary changes to the other side of the ball if need be. And if not, you need an analyst or something, a senior analyst or something on that side of the ball to take it over.
Yeah. You gotta have somebody in place in case shit don't. You gotta have a next man up mentality for coaches too. Like sometimes it might not work.
Players, right?
Yeah, not just players. Like you gotta be able to have somebody to step in. Like if you see that they're still making the same mistakes, all right, let's see what D Nick got. Because coaches and you know what I'm saying, like, didn't Georgia Tech, when they beat us a couple of years back, they fired their DC and went to like the linebacker coach. You know what I mean? And,
I don't know that they fired him. I think they just moved him. I think
they moved him
down. Demoted him real quick. Yeah. And then,
the very simple thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they shut us down.
Shut us down. ran zone, and it was over. They ran the box
down in a week.
The boxing, yeah.
No, I do agree with Dante on his last comment.
Yeah.
Coach should have stepped in, grabbed that Gideon and say, stop fucking stunting on every fucking play.
Yeah.
100% should have done that.
Look,
and we don't know that it didn't happen. We don't know that.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. We don't know that Mario was like, yo, listen, man. Coach Cristobal, I'm sorry. That Coach Cristobal was like, yo, listen, man, you need to make these changes. And Coach Guidry was like, I've been doing this for a while. I'm not doing it. And that could have been it. We don't know. And we always say that, fam, we are not in the building. So we do not know what happened. This is just looking from the outside in like, yo, something like step in and do something,
Yeah, why is Hakeem Mesidor covering a running back coming out of the flat? Yeah. All those types of things, man. Those are the types of things that could have just been stopped.
Year one, he had Nigel Kelly doing it. You know what I'm saying? He had Nigel. It wasn't.
I mean, that's obviously his defense, right?
That's his. That's how he calls it. Like and the whole thing was like, oh, the year before, I was like, yeah, he had to. We gave him credit because he did a lot with a little, and then he had, I guess, more pieces and just. It is what it is. But
if we come out against Notre Dame game 1 and I see that crap, I'm gonna punch a baby. I swear to God.
You go campaign it. Campaign it. You Will Ferrell in this shit. Son?
Swear to God.
Yeah, if y'all never seen that movie, please go watch.
Asking, can Mario confident? I think he can. That's what I'm saying, Dante. I think any head football coach should be able to. If he can't, then that's a problem to me. Any head football coach, Mario, Coach Cristobal, whoever the football coach is,
Lane Kiffin, anybody.
Lane. I don't care if you are an offensive coordinator who coaches quarterbacks. I think you should be able to go in that defensive room and confidently make suggestions.
Oh, yeah, you alluded to it too. That's what you have analysts for too, right?
Facts.
Yeah.
You can bounce stuff off your analysts and say, "Hey, listen, this, and this. What do you think about that? Or what do you think about this?" And then they can, that's what your analysts are for.
And as the head coach, if you're wrong, you're wrong. You take them bullets. It doesn't matter. The final decision rests with you. So yes, I think he can. If you're looking for a definitive yes or no, yes, I think he can, and I hope he could. Yes, yes.
I mean, if we could recognize a bad defense, he recognizes a bad defense. You know what I mean? If we were like, oh, okay, oh look, they're running motion. No, we're gonna be lost.
Yep.
I'm sure Coach Cristobal saw it as well.
Oh gosh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shit.
This is. Oh, look
shit.
who decided
this
to show
guy.
up. That's not water for the record.
It's water.
It's water. It's water.
It's water.
But it has hot corn syrup.
CB, I got you, bro. I got
you. Yeah, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I forgot.
Nope, don't go get it. God damn it.
Yep.
Go to Anthony Mendez. Go to Anthony Mendez real quick. He had a good question.
How about a leprechaun baby? How about that?
My bad. Go ahead. Put it up.
I got it. Question from Anthony Mendez. Dawson's first year was mediocre, much better last season, but how will he do without Cam Ward? He has to prove his worth also.
Yeah,
all right, all right, let's let's go with
let's chop that up.
Let's chop that up. First of all, love y'all questions, man. Keep bringing it. I forgot to say we're 52 minutes in. Appreciate y'all so much. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. I'm saying tell a cane to tell a cane.
Turn
we're
it
also
upside
available.
down, man. Right side up.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
All right, that's actually not that bad. It also feels a little bit racist, but that's fine.
Throwback. What y'all know about the throwback?
Oh, some handicaps?
Yeah.
Used to kill.
Joe's okay for now. Joe is okay for now.
He's disappointed.
I'm not looking. First of all, I know that don't say ribs, son. I know I didn't just
those.
Ribs, son.
Those are actually not bad.
I know that didn't say ribs.
It does, son. He still has it up.
That's the Dave Chappelle skit, son. Ribs makes you fall asleep.
Just one rib. How much for one rib?
Oh man,
they're actually really good, Joe.
Let's address that question real quick.
Yeah, CB, let's roll with you first. In Dawson's first year, the offense was mediocre, much better last season, but how will he do it without Cam Ward? He has a lot to prove with his worth also.
Yes.
What you think about that?
I agree. I think that's a fair sentiment that he's got a lot to prove. It's almost like it's like if you won a national championship with the best quarterback in the country. It's like, okay, well, we probably need to see what your offense looks like without the best dude. So I think that's fair, but I think what we've seen from Dawson for the past couple of years is it leaves me with some confidence. I mean, the offense looked very creative early with TVD before it seems like he scaled it back and made it a bit more vanilla. I mean, I think we all remember the motion with Jacoby and the touchdown pass, which we all kept referencing last year. Like, how come we're not seeing more of this? But we saw more of it this year. We saw a little bit more creativity. I don't think Dawson's the kind of personnel grouping guy that some of us like, but he has things that work for his offense. I think the slot will always get off in his offense. We saw that with Tank Dell. We saw it with Xavier Restrepo. We saw him work with lesser quarterbacks like Clayton Tune. No disrespect to Clayton Tune, but we've seen him do it with lesser quarterbacks that still have some athleticism. Beck has that athleticism, has a big arm. So I agree and disagree with the sentiment. Like, yes, we obviously need to see what it looks like without a generational player, but I think we have enough of a sample size to see that Dawson's offense works.
No,
I have to. I think that's a fair-ish comment.
Yeah,
question, fair-ish.
Yeah.
Because I like you said, I don't think he has to prove himself anymore. Honestly, I think he's done that. Just making the jump from the first year to last year. We bring in another highly talented quarterback that knows the game of football and is going to be able to run the offense. I think I think the question is going to lie more in what's it going to look like without Cam. That's going to be the big question. And like you said, if you win a national title with the best QB in the country, what's it going to look like the following year? That's the fair part of that question. I think that's what everybody's anxious to see.
The Cam Ward effect.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's just like if JJ was a senior this year, everyone would say, well, let's see Ohio State without a generational receiver. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. No, you're right. Joey, what you thinking?
Yeah, I hate that talking point. It's lazy to me. Like Cam Ward, it was 1 year. He's coached without Cam Ward plenty before. I mean?
Exactly.
And the his offenses have been phenomenal without Cam Ward. Even with TVD, when TVD we played Louisville, right? We were at that game with TVD.
Mm-hmm.
The boy, they looked phenomenal. The offense looked phenomenal against Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were times when the offense looked good and TVD just was in his head and messed things up. Like the reason for the success of this team is going to be the O-line, the running game, and we do have another quarterback like Carson Beck. So after Carson Beck leaves,
up and comer,
that's still going to be the question. Same question. What's going to happen? There's no Carson Beck. Like Cam Ward did what Cam Ward does, man. Cam Ward was generational. Nobody else had Cam Ward. So when everybody says, what's Miami going to do without Cam Ward? Nobody else had Cam Ward. What the fuck? Everybody else did. We had the number 1 offense. Somebody had the number 2 offense that didn't have Cam Ward. Somebody had the number 3 offense that didn't have Cam Ward. Like that's corny.
Yeah.
It's like that stupid sentiment that people say, "Oh, well, if y'all didn't have Cam Ward, you wouldn't have won all them games." Like, but we had him. I mean, what?
But we had, like what?
We don't live in another world where he wasn't a king. He was. He did that.
Other people did not have. Everybody didn't. I don't even know how many teams are in Division I football. All
132 because that's where Florida State is.
131 teams didn't have Cam Ward, and
they're bad.
Yes.
Hey, stop asking us what we gonna do without Cam Ward. Ask the school up in Tallahassee what they gonna do. They still got the same motherfuckers from last year. They was 2-10. So how y'all gonna be better?
The thing about
like
the offense
is lazy. I think
the thing about the offense is that the same coaching staff is there. We 3 years in, right, with the same staff except for Matt Merritt, right? I think Coach Merritt is 2 years in.
Yeah,
but we're 3 years in, man, with the same staff. That's the important part of it, the continuity of it.
Continuity.
Now, a better question would be like, let me find some wood to knock on because I ain't. A better question would be like if we lost Mirabal. No, it's like, all right, what y'all gonna do without the offensive line guru? That would be. But I understand what fans are talking about. Like, can the offense still be explosive? But I mean, go watch Clayton Tune, man. They was turned up at Houston. He knows quarterback.
He threw almost 5,000 yards.
He got him drafted.
And I think we know Coach Dawson's offense. Now seeing it, I know Coach Dawson's offense, what he wants to do on offense. I wish he was more creative in the running game.
Yeah, me too.
A little bit more creative, but we know the offense, man. So, and I think the quarterback that's coming in can run that offense just fine.
Yes, very easily, 100%. Appreciate y'all, man. We got 139 in the building. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Roger Allen, man. Finally makes us live. Roger watches it and always responds for exactly what he's seeing. I'll get like 8 comments. We'll get like 8 comments on every episode. Shout out to Roger, man. Love it, man. He's always got a response. I love it, man. I love the engagement. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I'm gonna do what I do, man. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna jump in when I can.
There's a great comment here from Mo, who I can only assume just jumped on the show.
He jumped in at about the 47-minute mark. So yeah,
he just got here. But what I love about this comment is TVD made Dawson look horrible. Now, I'm not trying to bag on nobody by this statement, but sometimes we do have to realize that sometimes we'll see an offense. We're like, man, they can't run the football. That offensive coordinator can't run the football. And the offensive line can't block, so he can't run the football. Or man, they defensive tackles, man, we don't got no pass rush, and the guys can't rush the passer. Sometimes the players on the field or the players that you have at your disposal can't. They've got strengths and weaknesses. So if I got a bunch of guys that can stuff the run, but they don't got enough speed or agility to get up the field, we're probably not going to have a dominant pass rush. It doesn't mean I'm not good at coaching or cultivating a good pass rush. It means the players I have at my disposal are not talented pass rushers. So Dawson's offense looked a bit more vanilla after those first couple of games, but it was because he had a struggling quarterback and just that's smart offensive coaching. Let me take something from you. Let me make it a bit easier. What do you see with rookie quarterbacks a lot of times? Let me roll you out. Let me cut half of the field. I only want you to read this whole thing. I'm going to cut it right down the middle like a pizza. All you got to do is read the right side. That's good coaching. So sometimes we do have to realize that coaches have to adapt. They have to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone wants to score 60 a game, but you may not have the personnel to do so. So Dawson did make his offense a bit more vanilla that first year, but I think it was because he had a quarterback that was struggling. He was not seeing the field well. So you try to make it a little bit easier on him. And it's a great point by Mo, because sometimes it's not just the coach, it's not just the coordinator. It is the ingredients, bro. I can't make you egg foo young out of a minute rice box. I can't do that for you. I can make you minute rice. That's the best I got for you. You know what I mean? I can't make you steak out of ground beef. I can make you a Salisbury steak. It ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a great point. We people, fans especially, never bring up. We just saw the offense wasn't as explosive. Were there any explosive players on the offense to use? So sometimes you have to think about that.
Facts.
Yeah, bagging up for I agree with that as well. I'm sorry, Ben. You pull it up, man. You rocking it. You rocking it. Dawson screen game.
Oh God, yeah.
Basic. I'm not convinced he's a good OC even. Yeah.
What screen game?
Yeah, I agree. Bagging up
we don't have a screen game.
I would definitely like to see more of a screen game, man.
Maybe that's why it's so predictable, because there isn't one.
Yeah.
The only time they run screens is they run them to the short side of the field. It drives me crazy. They're designed for space.
Wide receiver bubble screens, maybe, but
but to the short side of the field, they'll run them.
That's so frustrating.
Yeah,
it makes zero sense. You give no room for anybody to set up blocks.
It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. But what he does do, you see the way the way he can get the slot guy free releases. He's a good offensive coordinator. It's just that everything ain't every offensive coordinator's bag. You know, the screen game is probably just not his bag, man. One of my favorite offensive minds of all time is June Jones. And June Jones had a terrible run game. His running philosophy was awful. Ben will tell you, he turned his running game at Hawaii to pitch passes and middle screens and short screens. That's what
a lot of people do.
Because he don't scheme it up well. So he just adapted the offense. So everyone has their things, right? Like Bill Walsh didn't have no deep shots. Wasn't Bill Walsh's offense. So sometimes it's the West Coast off. Yeah, quick passes. Let me get you the ball in space. Slant swings out the backfield, running back, crosses across the middle. So offenses have identities. So yeah, Dawson's identity is not the screen. I would say the weaknesses of his offense are the screen game and creativity on the ground. He gonna run that dive.
Yeah. Inside zone. I feel like Coach Cristobal and Coach Mirabal are kind of the run game coordinators, you know. So I feel like that's what they want to run. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
He likes that power spread, right? Mario likes that power spread.
Yeah, he's kind of implemented his power game with Dawson's, wide open game. So.
I wonder if they should be maybe trying to get more Fletcher style backs then. You know what I mean?
Power backs.
That's kind of what they like the last couple of years, they did like the big running back and the small running back.
Yeah, I think they go both. Yeah, they get big.
They go both. Last year they didn't.
But my thing is, why get the small guy? You're not giving him space to create.
Well, we're gonna see with Pringle. Pringle
runs well in between the tackles, though.
Yeah, I think Pringle's kind of a mix. So we'll see.
Armwood ran him a lot in between the tackles, and he's actually really good in screens. So I kind of hope they utilize that.
I think Lyle is gonna have a humongous year, bro. I think.
I got a hot take on that.
Yes, man.
Yeah, you've already said it on the show.
I think 4 games in, he's the guy.
Yeah,
and I love Mark Fletcher. Y'all know I love Mark Fletcher.
I think he slowly starts taking the carries away.
Ski Money Entertainment, man. I appreciate you.
Hey, new sub. If you're new, smash that like button and subscribe,
yes, sir.
Yeah, please subscribe, brothers. Please.
Don't forget to subscribe. I know a lot of times when you watch something new, you're like, oh, I'll just come back to this. But then we forget. When you subscribe, you'll get a little notification every time we go live. And a lot of times there's a bonus episode, or if we ever have to move times, which Ben is really good about making sure we don't. But anytime we do, you'll get a little notification from it. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. Don't wait till next time. Stop telling yourself I'm gonna subscribe next week. Go ahead and do it now.
I did want to get to this question that was asked earlier. Let me see where it was. Here we go. Because we're staying on offense, right? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We do.
Yeah, let's get these questions. Let's get these questions. Let's get these questions.
Let's go with these questions, man. Paradise Hill Farms.
Oh, wow.
Thoughts on receiver? Yeah, Chad is killing with the questions today.
Yeah.
Thoughts on receiver position, receiver room after losing essentially our top 6 pass catchers is what we lost. Top 6.
Is that
the only thing I'm worried about is lack of experience. Is really it, because the talent is there.
On paper it looks.
And I think that's one of the more important things I think people overlook is bringing in a quarterback like Carson Beck with that type of leadership and that type of experience with how young our receiver room is. I think that's going to pay huge dividends.
Poke, are you still eating those hot ass chips?
No, I've moved on to my nerd clusters.
Those things are so good. Yeah, those clusters are so good, bro. I cleared that bag in like 2 hours.
Clusters.
These destroyed my mouth for about 5 minutes or so.
You couldn't talk. I saw you struggling. I thought you could.
I was legit sweating. I think my teeth might have been sweating as well.
Y'all want to do a hot wing challenge and shit?
Oh, yeah, I'll still do it. I mean,
I did until they wanted to try and Billy for the they want my rent for the sauce. They want a car note.
They want a car note for the sauce.
To the full bottle, bro. You know people are doing this for a challenge. Give us a little package. I'll take packets.
Let me get a flight. Let me get a flight.
Little Taco Bell packet or something.
Yeah, why can't I get a Hot Ones flight? They like, nah, get this 12-ounce bottle of sauce for $87.
Knowing damn well you ain't never gonna use it again.
Never again. I threw all mine out when I did it last time. Hell no.
No.
Matthew always asks, what are you guys most excited about with our Canes? Let's go player. Who's the player you're most excited? Or position. We'll go position. We'll do that. I like that, CB. We'll go position. What position are you most excited about going into spring? 2 weeks away, by the way.
I'll make it short too, which I never do. Edge.
Never. Ever. Man.
It's so young. It's so young and explosive that and we don't know who's stepping up where, but it's all talented. So I'm just excited to see it.
He said the edges. The edge room.
Yeah. You sticking with the edge?
Yeah.
Said the edge room.
You too?
No. I'm saying you know what?
Joe
I'm gonna go linebacker room, man. Linebacker room, because I'm not sure about that room. I'm not sure about that room. I really need to see what happens in that room, how things shake out, because the DC is the coach of the linebackers, and I don't know that who we think is gonna start necessarily starts. So I really want to see what happens with that room.
You talking about snap count? Is that what you're talking about? Like who
yeah.
The first 11 might not be the 11, is what you're saying.
The two, the middle and the outside linebacker may not be who we think it's gonna be.
Who you think it's gonna be, Joe?
This is a new coach. This is a new coach, man. He he got to figure that thing out. You know,
Joey, speak up. Say it with your chest.
Who
Joey,
you think it's going to be, Joseph?
no.
Who you talking about? Just feel free. Any kind of hot take you want to send out? You know, it's hour 9 minutes in. You know, what you thinking?
Who we talking about? We ain't talking about nothing.
What you talking about, man?
That's what Joey. That's what Joey said.
Poke is the fucking
Pickaboo.
I have to create that GIF.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What about you, man?
So I'm curious with that. Yeah.
What position?
He's got my blood boiling. That's cool. But don't worry about it. Let's just go to Pope. He got me all nervous. You know, I'm emotionally invested in one of them linebackers. You just gonna say that? What?
It was like seeing your little brother. That was dope when you saw him. We ain't gonna say no name, but yeah,
we'll talk in the chat.
Yeah, we'll talk. Poke, what about you, man? Most excited position group?
Quarterbacks.
Yeah,
mainly for
he's a baseball player, man.
Well, mostly for the fact of seeing how Beck comes back from injury and how well he's able to recover and throw, which I don't see any question with him coming back. My biggest concern, or not really concern, but excitement, is to see who's going to be the number 2 guy.
Yeah.
So,
I can tell you who I hope it's going to be.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that young man.
Well, I think we all hope it's going to be here. Well, maybe not. Hey, some people think.
Joe, what are you doing? What are you doing tonight?
Some people think 6'7" is out. What the
hell are you doing? Yeah, no. Hey,
7 is out.
That lab. He been in that lab.
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah,
he has. You see that question from Dante about offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators? That's
we'll pull that out.
Where's that at?
Ben, what's your position group?
Wide receiver. Easy. It's that's 3 years. 3 years in CB.
That was my 1B. Had a 1A and a 1B.
I don't want to just see top 4. Like you have all these young.
Hey, me and you gonna have to let that go, fam. I think we the only two holding on to that one, and it bothers me too. It bothers me too.
So, damn, it is. Let me get 6. Let me get a rotation of 6. I ain't asking for a lot. Just 2 more.
6 wide. Triple trips on both ends.
On both sides.
No, just let me get on first and second. Let me get Ray. On third, let me get Mally. You know what I mean? Like just a little bit of rotation is all I'm asking.
NASCAR package with all the speed guys. You know.
Yeah, something different. Where's the?
I wanted that last year.
Gonna run triple trips and then run a running back draw.
Where's the Dante question?
They still gonna run a dive. There's 6 receivers out there and still run that zone. Come on, baby.
Hold on. Joey, what's the Dante?
Good run, baby. Good job, baby.
Super spread offense.
Super spread. Hit that dive.
That thing off.
Hit that dive.
And that thing off.
Looking for the Dante.
What he asked?
2.5
he
yards.
said. He said in today's. You found it.
Yeah,
it's a good question.
Dante been killing it. Yeah,
is that it? No, that's not it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Question to the panel in regards to CB's June Jones Bill Walsh limit statement. In today's information superhighway, is it acceptable for OCs and DCs to have glaring holes over multiple years? Evolve? Yes. Dante, you killing it, fam. You absolutely killing it with a question right there. Poke, what you thinking? It's a great point.
No, I'm having a hard time following with all the emojis, but that's just me being. That's just me.
Yeah,
being
that's
old.
why I tried to read it without that because it had me at first. I think what he's asking, like,
but that's just me being old. So.
No, it had me too. I'm 34. I was like, I was leaned in first to that. I was like, okay, I need like blinders to block out some of the stuff. I think what he's asking, like, is it acceptable for an OC or a DC to have glaring holes in their scheme for multiple years? Like, oh, this guy doesn't run the ball well. This guy has no, passing.
Especially with the amount of information out there.
Okay. I'm tracking. I'm tracking.
You can look at any coaching staff and steal what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I don't think I agree, Don. Well, I don't think he's giving an opinion, but no, I don't think it is acceptable. No, I think you should at this point be well-rounded. There's so much you can do out here. Not that you're going to do it perfect, not that you're going to be great at it, but there shouldn't be anything you can't do. Now, you may have limitations because of your team. So sometimes simplicity is the best will be the most effective for you and your team, because your team can't do a certain thing. Your team can't run power. Your team can't spread the field because they don't have enough speed or whatever the case may be. But
you can't block for 3 seconds to get a deep pass going. So you don't have
a vertical passing game because you don't have the O-line. You're going to get your quarterback killed. So, look at the
or you don't have defenders that can cover when there's motion and the defense is too complicated.
Yeah.
That part.
No, but I think that might be a case by case basis too, because you're going to have certain coaches that are so, I don't know, enshrined and caught up in their own offensive schemes or defensive schemes that they're too stubborn to change. You're going to have those types of coaches that are going to be that way, and then you're going to have the other coaches that are like, okay, well, I've done it this way for so long, and something's not clicking, something's not working. Let me take a look at, what is Jim Bob over here running with his defense, and how are their players stacked? How do they look compared to our players? Oh, we've got pretty similar players. Well, what they're running is working pretty well for them. So let me take a peek at what they're doing and maybe try to institute some of that into mine. Yep. So I think that's going to be more of a case by case basis too at some level.
Yeah, that was a good question, Dante. You look at Bill Belichick years ago, started seeing the spread offense in college and brought in Chip Kelly to teach it to not just Brady, but to teach it to his staff and to try to better understand it and try to see, okay, I know they said it doesn't translate to this level. Tell me how it works, and then I'll translate it. So when we look at Nick Saban bringing in Kiffin, completely changed his offensive philosophy. And to this day, they run a spread. You know what I mean?
Lashley to get away from a pro-style system on offense. Look what that did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So and I like that. I like the note in there with today's super information, being able to, you can pull up all 22 on an NFL team as fast as Googling it now and watch their offense. You do not need to call their media department and ask for tape. You can say, I like what the 49ers do. Google all 22 49ers and watch their offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Mo, appreciate the donut, my brother. We love to give you a hard time, and that's because we family. Mo says, off topic, we the first team represented in the Marvel movie. Go Canes. I know that made the Gators and Moles fans happy. Yo, shout out to Danny Ramirez, man.
Yo, when I first saw that, I was like, that's got to be Photoshop. I thought it was Photoshop for the first time I saw it. Like somebody just put that in there, but no, it's legit.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate though. I'll get back with y'all on that because I do feel like there have been another team shown in the MCU. But I'll get back to you.
I'm not sure. But, I know Wisconsin.
We wouldn't give a shit. That's why. We wouldn't care. If you saw an App State logo, you'd be like, man, show me Iron Man.
Wasn't Wisconsin featured in a DC movie somewhere?
Someone is wearing like a jersey. I remember somebody
maybe
wearing
that's what I'm thinking of. But I feel like I'm not sure. But it was cool. I popped when I saw it.
I don't know. It was cool as hell, though.
Yeah, I saw the movie last night. So when I saw the scene, I was like, oh, that's fire. It was cool.
That's dope.
You could tell that was his choice too, because that's a newer shirt. That's cool. Oh, you always
and he was there. He threw out the first pitch today at the Canes baseball game too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's outside, man. Shout out to him, man.
That's dope.
Good movie too. Story, man. He's good. He's really good in it. Really, really good in it.
He was good in Top Gun. He was in Top Gun.
I still haven't seen Top Gun because I ain't seen the original one,
bro.
Yeah.
Y'all give me some. I'm just now watching Mission Impossible, y'all. I'm on Mission Impossible 2. I know Poke was finna kill me via Twitter last night.
Love him.
I'm watching it. I watched the first one already.
Top Gun is one of my favorite movies of all time, dog.
Yeah, I don't know why. I never was surprised.
People surprised to hit. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm shocked to hear that. Yeah, I'm 100%.
Yeah, I wasn't a big Tom Cruise guy, so that's why I missed out on a lot of this stuff.
It really ain't about Cruise. It's about Goose. I mean,
talk to me, Goose.
Yeah. Goose the guy.
I need to check that out too. But I'm on Mission Impossible 2 right now. I'm enjoying.
Love those movies.
Skip the one with Paula Patton. If I'm gonna tell you,
don't skip any of them. Don't listen to him.
I'm not skipping any of them. I'm gonna take him to the face. I'm watching the Jeremy Renner one, and I know that one was ass. I'm watching that one too. I'm gonna take it to the face.
That one is.
They're all highly entertaining.
They're all
movies. I watch movies for the entertainment factor. I don't really care about the acting or anything like that.
Oh no,
bad acting will take you out of a movie though. Sometimes bad acting will take me out of a movie.
Yeah, I stopped watching.
But
when
you watch older movies too, you got to put that lens on and realize like this was shot. Like the first one, it was shot a long time ago. So yeah, the audio is gonna be weird. Anytime Tom Cruise screams, you could tell they didn't mix it well. But it was I enjoyed it. I had a great time watching that movie.
I hate the way he runs.
Tom Cruise.
You want to hear something interesting? They never shoot him. Because he's short. If you've ever watched a Tom Cruise movie, they never shoot him full body next to another standing person.
No, he's like 5'10".
He's waist up, he's neck up, he's sitting down with the other person at the other end of the room, so that the perception is he's just as tall. Even in the second one with Homegirl, she's taller than him, so they're never shot in perspective, standing shoulder to
5'6".
shoulder.
Okay,
yeah,
it's fascinating to see.
That boy little.
Yeah, he little. You can tell because in the first one, I think it's the first or the second one, he sits down at a chair and the shoulders for the chair are like almost under his shoulders. You can tell he's shorter. They never shoot him. Yeah, no, he's fantastic in Tropic Thunder. Also, by the way, all that shit about that character, that was his idea. That was his idea. All of that was his idea. Even like the dancing and all that. He told them, roll, and I'm about to do a bunch of stuff. That dancing at the end, that's not in the script. He just told them, turn damn cameras on. I'm about to do something. But yeah, they're good. I'm almost wondering how come I never watched it. They're good spy thrillers. I guess I'm in the second one. They're fun. Yeah, they're fun as hell.
No. Juan Manuel asked a question real quick, guys. Will Harris coach corners at defensive backs coach? Coach defensive backs at Florida, but will coach safeties here. The other DB coach safeties will not coach corners. What is up with that?
Nothing's been finalized. They're just a DB coach. That's all that's been.
Nothing's been finalized.
That's all that's been said. Yeah, that's all that's been said.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. It's like getting the best recruit, it's like getting the best athlete and then deciding what you're gonna do with him when he gets on campus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'll figure they'll figure that out. And I think Zach is more of a safeties guy, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I thought Zach coached corners at his last stop. Houston.
He did at Houston, right? Yeah, he coached corners.
Yeah, I think he coached corners at
Houston. Sorry, I'm thinking about the dude from I'm thinking about who's the second guy we got from Jackson
Will
State?
Harris, Coach Harris.
No.
Oh,
from Jackson State.
The analyst.
Jackson State. The analyst that we got.
Tony Jefferson. I mean Terry Jefferson.
I think he's more of a safeties guy. Yeah,
but he's gonna. I think he's staying the analyst.
An analyst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got it.
They'll figure it out. They'll figure that shit out. And when you got the whole room too, Coach Harris will probably coach both because Zach has the room. There's gonna be times where he's not gonna be able to be over there an individual. So we'll probably coach both.
They'll all be on the field. It don't matter. Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, this helps. My guy Aiden Pouncey, dog.
I know we talked about him earlier, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had an interview reschedule. That's why I'm so late. I do apologize, chat.
Nah, you good, man. You good. CB, I did want to take the time and congratulate you, my brother. Tomorrow, your 100th episode, you know what I'm saying, of an interview drops. You've been absolutely killing it. We didn't forget. Yeah. We're not going to skip it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure every episode you watch of this show, I'm saying, with the family, CB's channel is in the bio. Make sure you click it. Make sure you watch them videos, man.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that, but the You Heard is in my bio too. It's in my description on every video.
Yeah, make sure y'all check that out, man. He gets to really know these players because he actually cares. It's not just about, you know what I'm saying, where he's going, where he's not. You get a dope story. Go back and watch the J-Rock interviews. Go back and watch a third, you know what I'm saying, the Scroggins interview. You really get to know these young men and find out what they're about. And when they eventually do or not become Canes, you know what I'm saying, you know more about them and you're more invested. And it's just dope because you get to know their story, man. So CB, congratulations, my brother. It's a big deal, man. 100 episodes is none of these that we know the work, right? We get to see the behind
syndicated now, dog. Back in the day,
you out here, dog.
You could be syndicated after 100 episodes, man. Like, it's 100 videos from someone who said they weren't going to make content. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was fighting Ben back in the day. I was like, listen, sir, I will do the podcast, but I'm not making content. That's not
and I was like, yeah, you are. I called him. Ain't no text. I was like, I called his literally for like an hour. I was like, yo, man, you gonna do that shit.
He was like, nah, you need to start looking in the lights. I was like, Ben, I'm not making content. He was like, okay, but make sure when you get a camera. I'm like, is this nigga not listening to me? He's like, cool. And then right after we got off the phone, he was like, look up this mic. I was like, Steph, he's not listening to anything I'm saying. No, and then 2 weeks later, I was like, so what kind of lights were you talking about? You were talking about the big lights. So yeah, man. Thanks to y'all, man. I wouldn't even be doing content if it wasn't for y'all. So yeah, it's crazy to have 100 episodes. It's crazy. I didn't think I'd be doing any of this. Yeah. Joe and Ben saw me as a content creator before I did. Yeah, and even after I became a content creator, I was still pushy. Like, no. And that, Ben is pushy.
Borderline bully.
Ben bullied me into content. He did.
I did.
He did. He did bully me into content. Right. But without someone seeing stuff in you that you don't see in yourself, like you never grow, right? Like I never get to go to Miami. I never get to meet Polk. I never get to meet Miss Polk. I never get to meet Joe. I never, you know what I'm saying? It pushed me in different ways too, and to be creative in different ways. I didn't know how to edit graphics. You know what I mean? So
no, I never even dreamed of doing anything like that.
Never even dreamed of doing nothing like that. Like I was like,
I'm gonna be at work sending some fire ass edits. Like, look at this thing I just made. What the fuck? When did this happen?
Who made a graphic out of nowhere? One of the most fire baseball graphics I've ever seen. He was like, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I was like, what? Is he faded into himself? I was like, that is fire.
It's still sitting in the drafts, man. I ain't even thrown that one out yet.
I was like, what? It looked like one of those. It looked like one of those old school, like you just won an award on ESPN graphics. Like that's what it looks like. Like the Outland Trophy. Like, that's what it felt.
That's
like.
What it looked like. Yeah.
That's what I was going for too. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw the work. March 3rd.
Ben, when is spring practice? Yeah, there you go.
March 3rd.
March 3rd.
15 practices. You know they're gonna have their spring break in between, which is
still trying to win Powerball, so I could be at every practice.
I'm trying to be at every single practice with that little lanyard on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just ready to go. Speaking of,
that would be a dream.
I got a lanyard here. Oh, I'm gonna use that.
They change them, dog.
No. I'm just saying for work, man. I'm saying for work.
Joe's like, I know, man. I printed one out one day. They let me in.
Let me in. It was like, Nick, that's from 2018, dog. Relax.
Every time.
They over here
not even Manny Diaz. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Does that say Al Golden? What is
you know how sometimes you have a sponsor, they're like under sponsor Shapiro. Sir. I think this is an old pass.
Yeah.
Like, he's still a booster.
Not that anymore.
Compliments of Donna Shalala.
Is that right? That can't be right.
It's gonna get you kicked out.
What?
So you guys
you can leave like this?
You're gonna have to leave, sir.
Very likely, Juan. Very
That's
likely.
The plan, Juan.
Yeah.
We'll be outside.
100% yes.
I'm still 50-50. I'm 50-50.
Plan, champ.
But the plan is
be more 80-20.
Well, it's like 70. It is like 70-30 after our conversation.
All right, okay, I'll take that.
It is like 70-30 because it cut me in half 50-50 from what I needed to. You know what I'm saying? Like it cut me in half 50-50, so it probably bumped us up to like a 70. And Notre Dame tickets have been secured already. We got tickets right either in your row, right behind you, Pope.
Yes,
let's go.
Best seats in
the house. Yeah, we probably need to do that.
Y'all strap in. We should do that. That's a great idea, Juan. Y'all make sure to strap in. Enjoy, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the next couple of weeks. We'll be back on Wednesday. You already know. For the coach this Wednesday
well. Every time you drive, make sure, man, you buckle
every
up.
Single time
click
you buckle
up.
That's right.
You know,
click it or ticket.
What's that Tay-Rock line?
Yeah. Seatbelt won't buckle up, something like that.
Yeah.
A cut and another cut and another cut.
Another cut. Yeah.
Look like
I'm not even gonna pretend to know what you're talking about.
You gotta start watching battle reps. You gotta start watching battle reps, Pope. We're gonna start sending to you. We're gonna open up a URL account. You know what I'm saying? From You Heard, everybody's gonna get it.
The thing is, if Paramore battle rapped, I'd watch it more. If y'all had Haley out there, I'd watch it more.
All right, man. We up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all so much. Make sure to leave, you know what I'm saying, leave a comment on the rewatch. We're available wherever you get your podcast, man. For Pope, Joey, CB, I'm your boy Benny Boondocks. We out of here, man.
Peace. Subscribe, hit that like.